What I have around me means nothing to me if I can't share it with you. Walking through all the dust and reason frame a past we simply let fade. But I don't close the door, waiting the chance for one will be back again. You make me feel so crazy, still in love with you.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the live stream. Let me know if you can hear me okay in the comments. I thought I'd try something different and be outside because it is stunningly beautiful here in Arizona. And I wanted to take full advantage of that. I do live in the city, though, so I feel like it can be a little noisy here, but it's a good time. Hi, Beverly. Welcome. Let me know if you can hear me okay, Beverly. Let me know. I do have the mic. Let me know in the comments that I sound okay, that you can hear me clearly. Hi, Betty. Thank you, Betty. Perfect. So you can hear me clearly. I'm good. I've never done one outside before, so it feels a little weird. But I was like, I cannot let you guys experience this. Okay, this is 5 o'clock in Phoenix. I'm just saying, and this is perfect cocktail weather. If you have a cocktail, I'd love to see what you have. I have my glass has a really cute little lid to it because it's a cigar glass, and I have a little cocktail. So if you do have one, cheers, you guys. Happy hump. Cheers, you guys. Happy hump day. Happy hump day. Okay, so I'm gonna let a few of you guys get in here. Did you watch the episode? How do you feel? I can't wait to see how you guys feel about the episode. I know some of these episodes feel a skosh boring. However, we are getting a lot of like background information because they're being overly honest and they're sharing a lot. So we get to talk about it. Also, I know I don't cover the show, you guys, but if you're not watching Married at First Sight, I can't cover the show because I just like to watch and enjoy it. And if I covered it, I can't do that. So it's just like my me time to watch Married at First Sight. But I need you guys to watch Married at First Sight. I need you to watch it if you have not watched it yet. That show, Akiche, baby. I mean, it's Cody. It's a black guy Cody. It's crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna be going over you guys episode 20 for the live stream. I thought it'd be a lot more fun to do a live stream, especially because some of these last episodes, you guys really didn't have very many like WTF moments. It didn't have a lot of content that I could cut and clip and put into this recorded segments. And it just didn't feel as fun to me. You know what I'm talking about. So I was like, you know what? These last couple episodes, in my opinion, especially this last one, would be a lot more fun if I just jumped on a live, chatted with you guys about it, went over my review live so you could give feedback and you could tell me how you liked it. We could talk a little bit more about it because some of these things feel more conversational than watching a video about it. So segment 1, they started out in Flagstaff. So you guys, Janelle she's moving her stuff to North Carolina. Christine and David, they're helping her out, which I love. I love how just Christine shows up for her, Janelle shows up for her. Love that friendship. Almost all of Janelle's kids, you guys, are staying in Flagstaff because they basically have built their lives there. They're going to school there, they're working there, including Garrison. They mentioned Garrison in this. I know for me, I have some mixed feelings about Savannah just being there solo again. I just feel like she spent so much of her life just kind of figuring it out. And now her mom's like, Janelle's leaving her there again with Cody. And I'm wondering if Garrison was showing any type of symptoms of having any level of depression or anything, because he's being left there too. So she knows she's leaving these kids there, and knowing that their other parental support system is not supporting them, right? It just feels like a very vulnerable time. I'm not trying to put this is his passing is in no means Janelle's fault. I just think it's a very interesting time to leave behind your children, knowing all three of those kids, especially, were really dealing with a lot when it came to their relationship with Cody. Before I move forward, tell me, you guys, what do you think about that? What do you think about Janelle leaving Savannah, Garrison, Gabe behind for her to move to North Carolina? Because, mind you, Maddie's not by herself. She's got a whole husband out there. But these younger kids felt a little bit more vulnerable to me. What do you think? First off, looks like Beverly and Betty both feel that the talk felt scripted. We'll definitely talk about that talk because I absolutely agree. Betty felt the same way. Beverly felt the same way. Beverly says, I bet she probably beats herself up about leaving. I just couldn't imagine doing it. I think she might too. I know she'll probably never say it. Maybe she'll say it on the tell all. Who knows? I know. No, I don't know because I don't have any kids. So I'm not even pretend. For me, I've been in a situation recently where it's been, hey, you might have to find a new job because the job is relocating. But I have a little young niece and nephew. They're only 2 and 3. If I move now, I feel like they would not remember me the same. If I moved at these like really formative years of their life, I just can't do it. I don't want to miss out on it. I don't want to miss out on anything. So I feel like even though they're adults, she's thinking about moving during a very like formative time in their Savannah's life. For Garrison, it feels like a formative time because he's like, remember, he was just going through like some major milestones, like buying his own home, buying the car he wanted, career, and then also having the issues with his dad. And then Gabe just felt very emotionally distraught around his father. So it just feels like a weird time to say, you know what, I'm packing it up and moving and just I'm escaping. But I shouldn't be shocked because I feel like Janelle runs from things. She did that in her marriage where she would just run and do her own thing when her and Cody weren't getting along. This was oddly familiar to me, how she's just getting up and moving. Athena, hey Athena, thanks for joining the live. I heard Savannah was going to finish her semester of college there and then move to Carolina. I'm glad that she's going to move. But look what happened in such a small amount of time when she didn't. I'm just saying. I'm going to say. Betty goes, I believe she probably gave them a choice. I know when I moved to West Virginia, I cried, but they wanted to stay in the South. Yeah. Like I said, I think it's okay. I think it would have been totally fine, y'all, if Cody just hadn't been so absent. But because Cody was so absent and those kids just felt, in my opinion, incredibly emotionally vulnerable, it just felt very similar, eerily similar to Janelle just kind of running away when things aren't working right. She can escape. She can just go, right? She can just get out of there. Tara goes, can't believe I caught a live. Oh, I can't believe you caught it, but you did. The scene between Aurora, Brianna, I get them. It's Aurora. It made me super uncomfortable with that long hug. Girl, we're gonna be talking about it. Don't worry, it's in the notes. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. Hi, Dr. Megan. Welcome, everybody. If you're just jumping in, I just started, y'all. I just started reviewing. I just basically touched on Janelle moving and how I kind of felt iffy about her leaving her very emotionally vulnerable children still in Flagstaff, and she just gets to run in because you know her. She ran in her marriage. She just gets to run in when she's over it. Moving on though, so Janelle freaks out because I guess David's like stuck. You know when sometimes a gate opens and it's gonna close really quick, and I think she thought maybe he gets stuck in the gate or who knows. But she starts freaking out, you guys, as if the man was standing there and he was gonna get crushed by a gate. I was like, does it take all this or? And I think that maybe that had absolutely nothing to do with that gate. And frankly, more to do with the fact that she was just having a lot of nerves surrounding her moving. That's what it felt like. Also, you guys, I hate helping people move. I do not like it. It's probably the worst thing ever to do. I'd rather contribute to your moving fund than help you move. Tell me what you guys think. How do you feel helping people move as an adult? Like when I was in my early 20s, my neighbors are moving their car if you can hear it. Um, when I was in my early 20s, you guys, I remember helping people move all the time and I hated it. And I remember having to rally my friends together and offering them pizza and beer to move. I hated every second of it. As soon as I got a career and got some money, when I tell you I have not moved myself in over 15 years, I have always had a moving company do it in the past 15 years. I will never go back. I hate moving people. I hate having to depend on people to move me. I'm paying somebody. I don't know how you guys feel. I'm paying somebody. That's like that to me is like adulthood 101. Why we work so hard is to not have to work hard doing things we don't like to do. So number one, I'm not moving. Hi, AK. Number one, I'm not moving. Number two, laundry. I actually don't do laundry. I actually send my laundry out. That's ridiculous. I know, but I don't have kids, so I don't pay for kid laundry. Maybe if I had kid laundry, I would do my own. But I send out my laundry, like all my linens. I do that once a week. I don't do it anymore, and I save myself so much time. They even hang my laundry up, you guys. It comes perfect on all my hangers. All the clothes come perfectly folded. It takes me exactly 2 minutes to put everything away, and I don't do laundry anymore. Perks of adulthood. Moving on. Okay, so we're back in Coyote Pass of this episode. Okay, I thought it was funny now that we have like Cody's name on the screen, you guys, and it says Robin's husband underneath. Like we don't know that he's only Robin's husband. Do we? Do we need that? Is that? Did anybody else notice that? When did they start doing that, you guys? When did they start putting Robin's husband under Cody's name on the screen? Because that feels new to me. Maybe I just noticed it now. I'm gonna have to go back and see, but it just felt really odd to me. It's like, yeah, we know it's Robin's husband. Anyway, I thought that was funny. Also, I was very confused why Janelle would not let Cody know that she was moving. For me, if for no other reason than like she has kids that are still in Flagstaff, and one is like barely 18, who like may need him for emergencies, things like that, because she's gonna be on the other side of the country. Um, Janelle, she's living in North Carolina. I just don't understand. I understand you don't trust the guy, but also this is just like semantics, right? I don't know why you just wouldn't let him know. Like you let him know on your way out. Like give him a call and be like, hey, just FYI, I'm moving today. I'm not gonna be in Flagstaff anymore. Can you please look out for our kids? I know you won't do much, but I just need them to know that you to know, hey, you're gonna be their emergency contact because you're the only parent here. That's it. You don't have to say anything else to them, Janelle. This she has some petty moments, you guys, and I just don't think we call her out enough on the petty, but she be having some real petty moments. That to me, not telling Cody you're moving was petty to me. That's just me. Moving on. I'm sorry, everybody wants to play music now when I'm outside. I never do streams outside, but now they want to play music, act like it's a Friday party night. It's not, it's Wednesday, but okay. Moving on, you guys, we have not seen the inside of Robin's house in years. Okay. We always complain about it. Now, now that I feel like Robin and Cody feel like the show's slipping away, all of a sudden now we're actually seeing inside their home and we don't care. Now we don't care. When we cared about it, you didn't want to show us. Now you want to show us and now we don't care. It's like they're holding on to the show for dear life because I think they feel the whole watching public is saying we don't care if y'all are on this show or not. In fact, they could just take y'all off this show. Just take them off. We don't need to. We don't need to see in the home. Everything's scripted. We don't believe anything you're saying. Just get off the show. So now we're seeing Aurora having a talk with her parents, you guys, about being baptized. She's asking permission. This young lady, I believe at this time, how old is she, y'all? 22, 23? Tell me what you were doing at 22 or 23 years old. What were y'all doing? Me personally, I already had my first apartment. I'd been through college. I was living in a completely different state. That's what I was doing at her age. She's going to her parents to ask for permission to be baptized. This is an adult woman. Okay. I don't know why she should have to go through all this. I'm not understanding why she should have to go through all this. Robin says, "Oh, you're getting baptized into the church." Now we're seeing another example of all the indoctrination, the culty behavior of what Robin and Cody were involved in and what the rest of them were involved in with the AUB. Okay. Aurora's not joining a cult like y'all did. She's going to be part of a community. And if you just have normal churches like some of us go to, when you get baptized, that's about your relationship with God. That has nothing to do with the church you're in. The church just offers that service to you. And then they will aid in you getting the information that you need on your journey with God. But you're not joining, you're not being baptized into a cult system. So that was just the looks on their faces, you guys. I said, "Oh my God." Like she's just going to a Christian church and she wants to be like renewed. That's all she's doing. Joining the church, you guys, being baptized in these types of churches are two different things, right? So I just felt like it was beyond overstepping for them to just even go through that whole moment with her. It was really ick to me. I feel like Aurora needs to move out the house. Normally, I wouldn't encourage a young person to move out until they're like fully ready, right? Because I feel like sometimes we push kids out of the house too soon. I felt like even with Cody and them, they pushed their kids out right away. They're not, for some reason, pushing out Robin's kids. All the other kids had to hit the bricks when they turned 18. None of Robin's kids have had to. And we see how infantilized they all are. We see the issue, the clear issue with what's happening with them because they have not had to go out and experience the world. Even if she went out, you guys, into the world and just was going away to college, she would experience something other than what's happening in those four walls. She needs to move. I just thought that was just stood out to me. I was like, y'all, this is scary. She needs to move. It felt very manipulative to me for her to even feel like she had to go to them. It just was really scary. I do also believe Dana says that she felt it was staged. It felt like she had this conversation already with Robin. And then do y'all believe, do you guys believe that Aurora, her first thought was to have Cody baptize her? Or do you think it was something that Robin proposed to her as something that would make Cody be more bought into it because Robin knows how he was going to react? And do you think Robin suggested to Aurora to say, "Hey, maybe you should suggest, I'll play stupid, right?" She's like, "I'll play stupid in this matter. But maybe you should ask Cody if he'll do the baptism and maybe that'll get him on board. Maybe he'll be a little bit more excited about you doing it." Because everybody knows he's kind of like not anti-religion now, but kind of anti-religion now. Maybe you guys tell me if you think that, but it kind of feels like because it did feel staged and it kind of felt like Robin suggested to Aurora that she should ask Cody to baptize her. I don't know if you guys felt like that. Felt like that to me. Because their responses, I don't know, it feels like it's coming from their own religious trauma. I feel like they all need therapy around it. It was very religious overload. The whole segment made me feel very uncomfortable. Absolutely not for me. I do not want to see that. And not that I don't like religion, because I grew up going to church. It just didn't feel so culty to me. This felt like a cult. Betty says, "I feel like she will ask for permission to date, and the choice will depend on what they agree to." It does. It very much gives that. It feels like every decision in her life that's an adult decision, she'll run through her parents first. Some of those things, it feels different. I think if you're just asking your parents for advice, but it doesn't feel like advice. It feels like permission, and that's not okay. That just doesn't feel good to me. But yeah, that whole situation, I think Robin, because we know she's the master manipulator. This is another example too of Cody doing for some kids that he doesn't do for others or didn't do for the others. Even how he like hugs her. I don't know. He seems so much more emotionally connected to these girls than he ever was to any of the other ones. And I'm like, man, if I was Maddie, Savannah, Gwendolyn, Isabel, especially Isabel, who's been trying to defend him as a dad, right? She's been like adamant about saying, "Hey, David's not going to try to take over as a dad." At this point, Isabel, let David take over. Let David take over. Because this man is demonstrating to everybody that he has put you guys, so low on the totem pole because how he feels about his children is directly reflective on how he feels about their mom. So if he doesn't like their mom or he doesn't care about their mom, he doesn't care about the kids connected to her. That's that's what we're seeing right now. That's what he's demonstrating. If you disagree, you can put it in the comments. Anyway, guys, moving on. Going back to Pier 1, Mary's throwing a retirement party for her cook. Do you guys think Mary is going to shut down her B&B business or not? I don't know what's going on with it now. If it is more of an event center, I thought that was a really good idea actually to make it more of an event center. Let me know, you guys, if you think she's going to shut that down or not. Transitioning to North Carolina, they're on. I'm just going to call it on the road to NC because that's kind of what they're doing. They're just taking a big road trip. I thought it was really cute that Truly was riding with David. Like, I just love how she's like getting to experience having like a full time dad figure around. It clearly seems all they get along very well. I love seeing this. This is making up for all the questions and concerns we had watching the season, where it felt very fast, felt like Truly was just kind of an afterthought. And it feels like David has really worked hard to develop that relationship and had the patience to do so. So kudos to David on that. I'm just loving it. He just seems to have so much patience for her, and I think that's what Truly needed. And he also seems totally okay with giving her space, which I feel like that dynamic that they have, those boundaries that they're able to establish together were great. So now Janelle, you guys, okay, Janelle has a pickup truck. I think that's totally badass of her. I love that she has a pickup. And so in the car, her and Christine are in the car. Christine says she's got tons of upsetting dreams and nightmares about being with Cody. I absolutely get that. And I think she's been with him for years, right? A lot of trauma, a lot of pain, memories involved with that. I know for myself too, if I was with somebody for a very long time, for a long time after that, I would have either a dream or a nightmare, depending on how it went. But I would have that and think that I was like back in that position, like back with him, back in that space. So yeah, I could see that. Anne-Marie, welcome, hun. So then you guys, Janelle speaks to how their marriage was over like years ago. It was like a slow die. I don't know, have you heard Janelle say that out loud where she's like, this marriage has been dying for years? I feel like that Christine did that. I feel like Christine spoke to her marriage dying for years. I don't really remember Janelle speaking to that. I don't remember Janelle saying, hey, this marriage has been dying for years. I feel like she's always just said, we're fine. I'm fine. Even through COVID, she was kind of, I'm fine. And I think now it's all coming down. And no, you weren't fine. Oh, okay. You saw it was Garrison's first truck and Gabe gave it to her. Oh my goodness. That's so sweet. Okay, so Vicky says she doesn't remember Janelle saying that. Okay, thank you. I don't remember Janelle saying that her marriage to Cody had been deteriorating basically for years. She's always hid that. She's always said, "I'm okay, everything's fine. I get enough. I get enough of what I need." And come to find out, you guys, it's pretty clear she wasn't. Now imagine this. Okay, I know everybody loves Janelle, but imagine being a sister wife like Mary. Remember, Mary would say, I'm pretty upfront about my feelings and I would say what I wanted, blah, blah, blah. Not to say she's perfect, y'all. I'm not saying that. But remember, Mary said, hey, she would just say her feelings, say what's going on. And Janelle would never do that, right? So this is another example of that. Is like pretending everything's fine, pretending everything's okay. And the whole time you're just bottling everything up. You're stewing on things. You're holding things in. Turns out everything was fucking terrible. And that's what it seems like with Janelle. She's been lying to the camera, to herself, to her kids about her relationship. It's been terrible for years. Not as bad as Mary's, but not that far off. All three of the OG3 have had bad marriages for years now. Especially since I think though for Christine and Janelle, it got worse. It almost got unbearable to them once Robin came in. I think Mary took the brunt of it before Robin came. Well, once Robin came in, that started to be distributed to Christine and Janelle because they had all the kids. And now there's a bigger issue, and that was the delegation of his time to where they weren't just sharing him with each other now. They had to share him with another woman with kids. And they had to watch him do for another woman and her kids that he wasn't doing for theirs. And it just seemed to get worse and worse and worse. All right, y'all, moving on. I said, oh, okay. So, I did think this is funny though. Janelle says that she used him to have company for her birthday. I thought that was actually hilarious. And Cody's saying that he had nothing but friend zone on his mind. And I said, but I thought, Cody, you thought there was a chance for you to get back together. So if you were the friend zone, why would you think that you would get back together? It's just another way for him to try to I'm trying to fix the camera so you can see my whole face. It's just another way for him to try to diminish what they had, what their relationship was, and it's not working, Cody. Just stop trying to do that. I don't understand why you keep doing that. Just stop. Okay, you guys. So they're on the road trip. They stop at this place called Plot. Has anybody been to this place? I need to go. I need to find a way to get there. You basically go there if you have a big life transition and you leave something behind there and that you want to move forward from. I love the idea. I really want to try to do it myself. Basically, it's like a storage box, like in the middle of the desert. So I live in Arizona. I'm going to see if I can track it down. If I track it down, y'all, I'll let you know in the community tab. But I'm curious. I'm assuming if it was in Flagstaff, to get to where they were going, if they went through New Mexico, I think it might be closer to getting to New Mexico than it is going through Phoenix. You're not going to go through Phoenix. You're going through Flagstaff to get to North Carolina. So it must be in between Arizona and New Mexico. I'm going to look and see if I can figure it out. But you guys, that idea was fantastic. They stopped there. To me, y'all, Janelle's so petty, and I love it so much for her because it's perfect. She brings the My Sister's Wife closet necklace that we all thought was ugly as hell. They were all ugly. I love her. I love that she's leaving this behind. Christine leaves a dream catcher. I thought that was also pretty fantastic. Like trying to sleep all the bad memories that have been haunting her dreams with Cody, leave that behind. And now I was thinking, people watching this episode, do you think there's Sister Wife fans that went to go to try to find that damn necklace? We can be a little crazy. We can be a little over the top. I would not be shocked if there's a Sister Wife fan right now that took a road trip to go see if they could find that damn necklace. Do you think it's still there is the next question. Do you think it's still there? But I could definitely see a fan going to try to find that Sister Wives closet necklace. But they were so ugly and gaudy, y'all. They were so ugly. Okay. I got a helicopter. Of course, every helicopters are coming. I mean, I'm waiting for the ambulance at this point. They just don't want me to be great. I'm waiting for the ambulance. Okay, guys, moving on. Oh, I do also too like in this segment that Mary says she felt lighter after she started getting rid of her stuff physically, and I do agree that you can feel lighter emotionally when you get rid of things physically. I am very quick. If I'm trying to just be done with somebody, I will throw some stuff away. But what's really crazy that happened to me is that I had an ex and I had these really cute like keychains and like the musical keychains where you can scan it, it'll play a song. I had like 2 or 3 pieces like that made, right? I threw them away from an ex. I was like, I don't need to see this. We're not together no more. Let it go. Tell me why, y'all. I used to work downtown, so I used to do like a park and ride, and I was walking just down the block to my house from the park and ride from the light rail that we have here. And a little girl used to live in the neighborhood, and she had her little bike, and she rode up to me, and she goes, "Hey, is this you on this?" Y'all, why did she have one of the damn keychains with our photo on it that I had threw into the trash weeks earlier? Why did she have that? I don't know how that fell out of the trash and she ended up finding that and then bringing it to me. It always gave me like this. It literally put a shiver up my spine because why would you find that? How did you get that? And I threw it away. So weird scenario. And it's not like I could deny that it wasn't mine. It had our picture on it. How did you find that in the street randomly? And you just came up to me when I was like walking home. You guys, it was so creepy. I'll never forget that. I'm still not with that person, but that really confirmed for me I don't need to be that person. Like you're haunting me through the trash. No. Okay, y'all. They go back to Flagstaff at the end of this segment. So Aurora asks for Cody to help baptize her. Like we said, you guys, again, It's really uncomfortable to watch this. It's really creepy. I just keep thinking about how he abandoned all his other kids. And now he's trying to create these new memories with this new family. I cannot get over the anger I feel surrounding that. I just don't, it does not feel good to me. Nothing about that feels good to me, y'all. You'll never make me think that's okay. I'm about to move on to segment 2, but if you just joined, you guys, welcome. I am outside because I wanted to enjoy one of our first kind of spring days. I know it's only February, but in Arizona, it's spring. It is beautiful out here. I could not enjoy it. So sometimes it's a little loud because I do live in the city, but I had to do it. So hopefully I have the mic. You can hear me clearly. If you guys cannot hear me, make sure to put it in the comments. I'll try my best. But I thought it'd be a lot of fun to do it. And also, I do tell you guys, since it's alive, you should be having a good time. It could be water, it could be sparkling club soda, or it could be like me and you can have a scotch. It's delicious. And you should be enjoying a cocktail or a drink of some sort and kick back and have a good time with us. Perfect. Loud and clear. Love it. Stunning. Okay, y'all. Ready for segment 2? Segment 2. Okay, we're back on the road to North Carolina. Christine says she was needy, you guys. Do you think she was needy, or did she just want to be with her husband? Like, I feel like the religion makes you feel convinced that you're being needy and that what you're asking for is not normal to want to spend time with your partner. And you could see her continuously having to deconstruct what's been going on, like her whole marriage, really. All that religious, like, doctrine and dogma. I can't imagine, y'all. It honestly sometimes makes me sad because she still kind of beats herself up about things that are normal things for a woman to want in her marriage, right? I just don't think she's asking for crazy things to want to spend time with her partner. I did have this WTF moment, you guys. So if you get a chance to check out um the recording on Max, it's at 23 minutes. But it's Robin saying that she didn't pay attention to where Cody was at. She didn't pay attention to the schedule, y'all. Now, why would she not have to pay attention to the schedule? Could it be because Cody was at her house all the time, and when she wanted Cody, he would be there, so she wouldn't have to pay attention to schedules? Then Cody says that his style of plural marriage was too flexible. And I'm thinking, well, you know, you abandoned some of your wives, so maybe it was too flexible. It was flexible enough for you to abandon people. Could that be it, maybe? A lot of, and I like what Vicky says here. It's like, poor Christine, could you imagine what her marriage was like? No wonder she's a little much because she had to be to get her attention. And that's what I feel like too. Is like sometimes I just try to give grace to Christine because it feels like you're dealing with a teenager, right? And she was dealing with a man. She's like constantly fighting for attention, just constantly fighting for it, constantly thinking that she's being needy because she wants to see her husband that she's had 6 damn kids with. 6. And Dana, thank you very much. She didn't have to keep a schedule because Cody was always with her. That's why she didn't have to worry. That's why she didn't have to worry. I was also thinking too, um, Cody's relationship with her was really a fairy tale because when he was seeing her when they first were together, the only time he saw her was when she was able to plan for him to come. So she could look stunning. She could look flawless and perfect because she didn't have the 6 kids that she was taking care of. And she could plan to be ready and perfect when he came there. His wives didn't get that. So his entire courtship with her was a facade. It wasn't real. It wasn't real. And then she had to keep that up, which is why she needed a nanny. Because normal women with that many kids cannot look like that. They need a nanny. And she kept that nanny so she could keep her stock up, so she could make her man her best customer. That's how she made her man her best customer. She got a nanny to help her do it. Now she's stressed because she has no need for a nanny because she has kids that can take care of themselves, but they still require a lot of effort and work. And she still has to keep up appearances. And it's exhausting her now. And I guarantee you now she's like, this is when I need a damn sister wife. So I can just let it go for a day, but you can't let it go for a day now. Cause see, you have built up this facade of being perfect and always together. And you're exhausted. I think Robin is exhausted, y'all. That's why she wants a sister wife so she can be a bum. She doesn't get to be a bum in this marriage. Betty goes, I've been married almost 40 years and we say the same thing at the same time. He's upstairs and I'm down. And it's okay. We respect each other because I love your channel and he watches old shows. Oh, I love that. Thank you, Betty. 40 years, girl. Let's go. Teach us your ways. Show us your ways, Betty. 40 years. I love that for you. My grandparents, before my grandpa passed, we celebrated their 60th wedding anniversary and he passed like the next year. And I was so thankful and happy that I was able to do that. You guys, this is my friend AK. If you guys are into anything like Game of Thrones or Marvel, anything supernatural, anything related to those areas. AK is phenomenal, fantastic, does fantastic live streams, brings on other women that love those things too to talk about it. If you have a little bit of nerd in you, you should definitely tune in to AK's channel. I love AK so much. We sometimes feature on one of our friend Tony Teflon's channels that we love, and that's how I met AK. And I can guarantee that she's probably taking sister wife applications, and that's why I love you. So yeah, I feel like AK would be a great wife. So I could see why you're taking sister wife applications. So funny. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna move on through this segment. Um, so we're back in Pier 1. You guys, Mary had me cracking up saying I need to find a man. Like, I just love that for her. I really feel her on that. And then I'm thinking like Mary was abandoned for a whole decade. Like she has some time to make up. Like her cobwebs are cobwebbing. She needs to make up for that. Mary says she's dated a little bit. It's been kind of all over the place. And I totally understand. I feel like the dating market right now is so crazy. The dating market is insane. And if you are someone that's dating as well, tell us some crazy dating story you've had in the comments so that we can feel your pain and we can relate because the amount of shenanigans and buffoonery. I mean, I dated a guy, you guys, that literally the reason why he didn't show up is because he was getting arrested for like his third DUI. I didn't even know he had had a first one. So to find out he was like on 3 and that's why he missed the date and then now he was on like a work release situation. I'm like, how did we get here? How did we get here? That's my options? Single or work release from the third DUI? And you're in your 40s? Like make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. So yeah, I'm curious to hear about so I know if I'm dealing with it, I know Mary's dealing with the shenanigans and the buffoonery because like why? And you guys, I don't if you don't know how Arizona works, you don't even want to get one DUI here. Like it is insane. If you get a DUI here, that's like you're going to jail immediately. They don't play around here. They're putting your ass in jail. The fines are at a minimum 10K for one. If you're on 3 in your 40s, okay. You've learned nothing in life. You learned nothing. Okay, Mary. So I think like I said, you guys, I think the B&B will be a great like museum, like historical museum. Because she did say it's a historical site, so I bet you she could get clearances for that. Obviously, an event space. I think that totally makes sense. Also, you guys, I feel like Mary kind of being cool and chill right now and flexible is really refreshing. This has not been her personality before. Love it. I want her to continue to have that energy because it's actually really fun and I enjoy her like this. Moving on, y'all, segment 3, we're back in North Carolina, moving on the road. Okay, so they talk about how sister wives is going to become a cool thing. Everybody wants to be a sister wife. Friends are calling each other sister wives. For me, I am a sister wife with my gay bestie's husband. So he calls me his wifey. I was like, that's my husband. That is our relationship. We're very close. He got married. I love his husband so much. And we became sister wives when he got married. And I can't tell you how many dinners, events, things we do where it's like they're basically my husbands. To the point where my birthday, they got me birthday gifts because of course that's what we do. But they got me a glass that says wifey on it. They literally got me a glass that says wifey. My red lipstick club sign that I have in my videos, that was a gift from my husband. So I am actually technically already in a throuple with my gay besties as their sister wife. And I love them so much. But I understand what she's talking about is when you have a relationship that tight with somebody, um, it's such a fantastic thing. And it's like I feel like anybody that has that type of relationship, I'm just letting you know now, you're very blessed. Hold on to those relationships. They are fantastic. I'm so thankful for my boys because I don't ever have to worry about eating alone or doing something alone. And I think that's really special. And I love that David and Christine treat Janelle like that as she's going through this life transition. You really do need people in your corner like that when you are going through a life transition. So I love that. They also talk a bit about Mary and it says she was like loyal the whole time, despite Cody's always saying she wasn't loyal, and saying that she deserves a partner, which I absolutely agree that she does. Um, and then they talk about kind of like the religious connections, like Mary still had the religious connection, Janelle still has it too. Um, they're bringing up the whole situation about like sleeping with somebody to get out of the marriage or whatever. Um, it just shows you like what a joke the religion is and how misogynistic it is, where it's like if you sleep with somebody else, well, now you're not sealed anymore. That's the kicker. It's you sleeping with somebody. Okay, it's you sleeping with somebody. And then Janelle brings up that she thinks that Christine's kind of flippant about that point. I did not feel that Christine was flippant. You guys let me know if you thought Christine was flippant. I did not. I think Christine thought Robin saying that to them was actually the flippant point. Robin bringing that up in that episode where she's like, well, what I heard is you have to sleep with somebody in order for you to not be sealed anymore. I think when Christine looks back on that, that was flippant for her to say that. You're telling me that 30 years of my covenant that I had is just down the drain from sleeping with somebody? I don't think so. So I think there was maybe just some miscommunication between those two with that. I wonder if they talked about it anymore, but that's what I got from it. And also Christine doesn't believe in the religion anymore. So like her feelings are going to be different about the whole thing. I also think if Janelle didn't care, because she always says she doesn't care about anything, even though we know she does. I'm like, if you don't care, then why would you be worried about how Christine feels about it or how flippant Christine is about it if you don't care about it? You do care. And in fact, I guarantee you want that release. But you just will not make yourself vulnerable enough to say, you know what, I actually do need this for myself. I dedicated 30 years of my life to this man. I gave this man 6 kids. I do need the release. It almost feels like if Janelle says that she needs that release, it makes her weak. And instead of really respecting Mary for going ahead and doing that, she should have been calling Mary and saying, Mary, help me get this damn release. So she could really just let it go, right? It's like Christine and Mary are okay with being vulnerable, and Janelle just does not do vulnerable. She just does not. Betty says, do you think Christine's playing the long game with her book coming out? I mean, I would. I would. Baby, I would be trying to get that check. I'm sorry, but this religion basically set these women up to be trapped and poor. So I'm going to use everything I got to get what I need. Everything I got. Moving on, Janelle addresses, you guys, how it's costing her more money to go to war with Cody over this property. I think a lot of us have said that. Like, is it even worth it at this point? It's like, is a property even worth the amount of money y'all are spending on lawyers? But now I think it's just the point. It's like it's just proving a point at this state, right? It's just basically making sure Cody doesn't walk away stealing more from these women than he already has. That's really where we're at. I did have a little bit of a WTF moment here, you guys, where they talk about the profits from Janelle's home went into Robin's home. Okay, we have been basically saying this. They've kind of alluded to that. This just made it crystal clear to us. There is no gaps now that we know the profits from Janelle's home went to pay for Robin and Cody's house, which means the equity, part of the equity in that home belongs to Janelle. But because they weren't doing these things legally through documentation, because they were stupid enough to trust Cody and Robin, now they don't have any paper trail really to say, hey, I have equity in that home. Basically, Janelle fell for the okie doke. They're trying to like revise history because they're taking money from that pot. And Robin's saying she helps so much, it feels balanced. I'm like, Robin, there's no way in hell, Robin, that you're telling me you've put in as much money as the rest of these women. There's no way. There's no way. Also, if they put money in your home and they don't have a home that they own, you need to cut them a check from the equity from that home that's separate from Coyote Pass. I I don't know if I'm sad or just pissed off watching this part. I'm disappointed. Disappointed I'm like, Janelle, you were the damn bookkeeper for so many years. What happened? What happened, y'all? Hi, TKC, Amory. Thank everybody that's here. Hey, y'all. Welcome, y'all. What happened, y'all? Where Janelle just let it all go and just stop paying attention and just let Cody get over like this. Just like they were making fun of, not making fun of, but how they kind of acted like Mary was trying so hard to get Cody's affection and attention and be on his good side. Could it be that Janelle was doing the exact same thing with Cody, trying to be on his good side, gain favor, but she was doing it with not pressuring him when it came to the money, not holding his feet to the fire when it came to the money, when normally I believe she probably would have done that. But she didn't want to ruffle feathers, so she didn't ask questions when she should have been asking fucking questions. But the riggery that's going on with the money, y'all, now we're at the end of the season. I think it's going to come back in the spring, which is cool. But seeing the clips from what's going to happen next time, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. And I'm still mad that they aren't going to sit on the couches together, because anybody could say anything when somebody's not there looking at you, but it's a lot harder to lie when somebody's watching you do it. And I really wish they would force these people to be on the couches together. I'm sick of these solo interviews. I'm done with it. Solo interviews. Moving on, you guys. Cody says, oh yeah, also in this segment, you guys, Cody brings up how he wanted Janelle to buy a house. She didn't want to buy Christine's house. Just cut her a check for the equity. It's a scam. This is all a scam. We've caught y'all in a scam. Cut this woman a check. Period. Cut her a check. Moving on, segment 4. We're back on the road to North Carolina. Christine and David and Janelle, they go to a bar. Y'all, Christine is living a totally different life. She's living a totally different life. And I love it for her. It's very much giving. She's like in her college sorority phase, and like she just in like constant rebellion to what she's like always been. But I'm really not that mad at her. I used to be really mad at her for the first half of this season, but now I'm not that mad. She just seems fun now. But when she was in her like 16, 17-year-old phase where she's like making out with David every 5 seconds, I was annoyed AF. Now this just seems like fun Christine. That first half Christine, they could have left her off the show. But this Christine is a good time. And I was thinking in this moment, like when you start like deconstructing from like a church or a religious group or a cult, you may try different things. And Janelle also confirms that Cody likes to have a drink occasionally. Doesn't seem like any of them are like really big drinkers. Seems like Christine is more of a drinker, but her partner seems like he's more of a drinker too. So that's probably how that happened. But it seems like almost all of them are, at least dabble here and there. Robin playing goody two shoes about it. I'm not saying you need to drink, but she always just has an I'm better than you air about her. It didn't feel like that with Mary, and honestly didn't feel like that about Cody. They just are kind of like, yeah, we just don't drink that much. But Robin just always has an air about herself that makes her think like I'm better than you and you're not. I would say David, you guys, deciding to do slippery nipples as their shots as a great starter shot. If you know people that don't really drink that much, what are they called? Washington apple shots, slippery nipple shots. Those are great starters if you're not really a drinker and you want somebody to not totally die taking a shot for the first time. Those are pretty good starters. Even like a root beer barrel. Pretty good starters, a little schnapps. a little Baileys. Those are like easy things somebody can take back without totally dying. And then y'all, Christine saying she did shots with her children. I'm like, that's interesting. How do you guys feel about that? That's interesting. Very interesting to me. So I was watching Janelle take her shot, which was hilarious to me. And then Janelle saying she doesn't feel mentally compromised. I don't know, she was funny, and then didn't she say, like, she could feel it down in her legs or something? Like, I don't know. It was cute. They just look like they had a good time. I'm definitely someone that has, like, barfly moments where I just like to go to a quiet bar and just have a few cocktails or go with my friends. We've done that sometimes, like, on a random day off in the middle of the week we've had, and we just wanted to just hang out at a bar for a few hours and drink really great cocktails for really cheap. We have a local dive that's we love so much and love the people that work there. And we just get on touch tunes and spend $5 trillion on music because why are we doing that? We don't know. But it can be a good time. And just having conversations and talking about life and just having a moment where you're not that stressed out. And it's not like you're drinking a ton, but you're really just having company and conversations. And that's just kind of the vibes I got from that. And I thought it was a good time. It was a fun little segment. And you can tell, like I said, that they're really not drinkers. They don't really go to bars. It's just there's no shame around what they're doing. They're just having a quick little good time. I was also saying Cody said nothing to aid in a good relationship with Janelle or frankly any of the wives. I ultimately at the end of the segment it just highlighted for me that he's abandoned his kids, he's abandoned the wives. He's done nothing. He's just a loser. And I will say for Janelle, having a big change at 55 is fantastic. People deserve to start brand new, fresh again, and I'm so happy for her that she's getting a chance to do that. So it's phenomenal for her. That's the episode, y'all. They did show a clip that's going to be coming up from the second half of the season. The fact that there's more episodes is so crazy to me. Listen, maybe 4 to 6 max it should be, and then it needs to go right into the tell-alls. I cannot do another 20 episodes of this show. They don't know, to me, they don't have enough content to cover 20 episodes. 4 or so episodes and then a tell-all. Okay, we can do that. Once I find out the exact date, if anybody knows the exact date when it's coming back, please put it in the comments. I haven't seen that yet. All I've seen is it coming back in the spring. So I'm thinking maybe March. They'll take like a month and a half off or something. But if you do know the exact date, do me a solid and put it in the comments. All right, you guys, I got a good almost 8 to 10 minutes left on my live because I like to do a full hour, and we get to just chat. And I get to put your comments up here and chat with you a little bit. Tell me how you're feeling. Tell me what's going on. Tell me questions, things you want to talk about. Let's chat. We got a few minutes, so we can chat a little bit. And I can finally have another drink because I've been talking like a crazy. Make sure to hit the like button too, you guys, because that does help the algorithm. Lets other people know that we are live. Look at the Australian episode. They went to Australia? What episode is that, Betty? I don't know what that is. Let me know what that is. I don't remember them going to Australia. Let me know what that is. Oh, yes. Chocolate cake shot. The German chocolate cake shot, Betty. Your girl loves that very much. Delicious. Okay, we gotta schedule a BYOB stream. Oh, yeah. I'm thinking to. I try to keep it PG on this page, but not really. We have fun here. My people in the chat be kind of lit. We have a good time. We have a good time on here. The episode shows more. Oh, so you're saying the episode that's showing in Australia, it gives more than the episode that shows in America. Interesting. I gotta set up a VPN so I can check that out. Good to know. Good to know. You bartend, Betty? I love that. I thought about that. When I was a little bit younger, but I used to love making cocktails, and I used to throw parties for my friends, like Christmas cocktail theme parties. I would get crazy with the themes. I did one that was like a North Pole theme, and it had like a little blueberry raspberry ice stick in it, and I used to go all out. But my bestie bought me a smoking kit, a cocktail smoker kit with my initials on it. It's adorable. So I'm excited to be smoking all my scotches and bourbons. And you guys know I am a cigar smoker, and I got to do a little bit today, but I always keep my lighters on deck. This is like a pretty serious one, but it's like my cutter and my lighter. I know I have like some real manly traits. I love it though. It's definitely me. But I have that, and then I have like lip gloss. You know, balance, balance. Okay, so Cody closed the bank account. Yeah, and then I heard somebody say that you couldn't do that, but then I heard somebody say yes, you can do that if you were the main signer on the account. I don't know. The the money trail, y'all, has been the most suspicious to me. The money trail. The money trail connected to Cody. I'm waiting for the expose, y'all. I am waiting for the special segment where they go deep dive on the money, and then we find out that this man and Robin have basically been embezzling from the family for years. That they've been funneling this money into all this art and all this other stuff to hide money and assets from the other wives. I would not be shocked if we saw something like that. Amber says, "What's the color of your lip gloss?" I got this on TikTok shop. So you know, like the Korean lip gloss, Korean skincare, everything is like all the rage right now. And this is what this one is. It's stunning. Look at this. Oh my god, look at this. I'm not even a lip gloss girl, but baby, I love this. The brand is called Glasting Color Gloss. Glasting Color Gloss. And the color name is, what's the color name? Number 6, Deepen More. Deepen Moor. Stunning. It's that girl. I love it. Definitely get it. So yeah, we will have a break from Sister Wives. Hopefully, I'll just find some time to just, I don't know, jump on and do some lives and see what you guys got going on in between time. If any fun news comes out about Sister Wives prior to that, we'll I'll jump on and chat about it if I see anything interesting that we need to talk about before the show comes back. But we'll have just a small break in between while we wait. AKA, have you watched Interview with the Vampire TV show? I have not watched it. I heard it was pretty decent. I had to start limiting my TV watch because it was just too much. I could not keep up with all of it. I still have one more episode of Traders to catch up with because I wanted to talk with everybody about Traders, but then I even got behind on that. I just felt like every time I turned around, Thursday was here, which is tomorrow already, and another episode came. So it was hard for me to keep up with those. So maybe since I don't have to watch Sister Wives, then I'll be able to maybe catch up with Traders and at least have a live chat with you guys, see how you guys have been feeling about the show. The one show I did make time for, though, I'm not gonna lie, is Married at First Sight. I can't get over this. And then you guys, the new season, it's season 18 of Married at First Sight. We'll find out next week if there's this whole if the scandal is true that they basically swap partners and that one partner from one marriage and one partner from another marriage are having an affair together while the show's going. Yeah, that's messy. So we'll see if that's what's going on. They are tossing out a lot. Yeah, it's so much programming going on. It's hard to keep up with. Can I share on Facebook for your channel? I really want it to grow. You sure can, Betty. Please do share my page. I appreciate you even wanting to do that. I appreciate you guys wanting to share my channel. I know I'm a very chill channel, you guys. Like, I know some people with a lot of time in this. If it was maybe if it was my career, but I just do this for fun. I literally do this for fun. It's just so much fun to me. I don't like the pressure of it. If I had all the pressure of it being like my bread and butter and like how I pay my bills, I don't think I could do it because it would not be fun to me. I have like a really great career that I pay bills with. This is just fun for me. So I like to jump on here and like chat with y'all and have a little kiki in the comments. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it very simple. The backgrounds are gonna be very simple. Sometimes I'll be dressed up, sometimes I won't. I got to keep it simple because if I do too much, I will tell you now, I'll quit. I'm a Sagittarius. We like change our minds. So if it's not fun to me, I will quit. I'll quit on y'all. I don't want to. Thea said she loves Traitors. It's so, I'm telling you, it's so entertaining. That's why I was like, okay, one less show I actually have to watch. Now I can watch what I want to watch. So now I'm gonna watch Traitors because it's good. It's good. So yeah, if you guys want to watch, looks like if you want Vampire Diaries, AK will be covering that. So follow her channel. And the AK is amazing, and I love her. Betty goes, have you seen Thomas Green? He was the first to show up on TV. It's sad, but some things are relevant. Have you seen Thomas? Oh, I don't know. Like, was he the? You mean he's the first to show up on TV? Like, was he the first to start doing review shows? For me, I like watching some of our old school reviewers for Sister Wives because I feel like those are the people that just genuinely love the show and watch the show because they just liked it, not because they were trying to get views. And that's why they started reviewing it. I literally started reviewing the show just because like I said, I was tired of talking to myself about it. That's literally the only reason why I did it. I was tired of talking to myself about it. And it got a little bit bigger. My channel grew a little bit. They say he's a polygamist. Oh, girl, yes, I do know Thomas Green now. Yes, girl, that was the one that had those wives. Some of them were sisters, and he had basically living in squalor in the desert. Oh my God, that documentary is insane. That doc is insane. And didn't he end up going to jail? And then he's dead now. But I watched somebody did an interview with him. I think it was Growing Up Polygamy. I think it was them. Somebody did it. They did an interview. I think it was Growing Up Polygamy. They did the interview with one of the wives. That shit was so creepy, y'all. So creepy. All right. Well, it's been an hour, you guys. It's been real. It's been so much fun. Thank you so much for joining. Like I said, hit the like button and share the channel. And I'll see you on the line soon. Don't worry, I'll be back. But I get a break from Sister Wives. Thank God. Thanks so much, you guys. I'll see you later. Bye.